Johansson, an elementary school teacher, is accused of letting teens use LSD at her home.
Her arrest grows out of a raid at that Warren County home. Local 12's Larry Davis has been gathering details all day, and he's live now with a look at what the charges against the teacher and her son are. Larry.
Hi, Cammie. A lot of people here in Springboro stunned to hear about these allegations. A local fifth grade teacher accused of allowing her teenage son to sell LSD out of their home. And the prosecutor says this investigation is far from over. Amy Panzeca was to have been preparing for another school year. Instead, the fifth grade teacher went before a judge accused of allowing LSD to be used and purchased in her Springboro home.
She was aware of the fact that trafficking was going on out of the home, and she was also aware that students were coming over to the residence and actually using LSD.
This is exclusive video of a raid by the Warren County Drug Task Force at Panzeca's home back in May. Prosecutors say she was not involved in the alleged trafficking. She was recently arrested at this home on Sesame Street in Springboro, where she lived with her family. Tim Knight, a neighbor, was shocked to hear about the charges.
The lady's a nice lady. I think until they drop the gavel on her and say she's guilty, I believe she's totally innocent.
Panzeca taught fifth grade at 5 Points Elementary School and has spent the past 20 years in that school district in Springboro. She is now on paid leave.
We have a long-term sub in place already who will be going into the classroom, will be available for the teacher meet and greet tomorrow. So parents and students will be able to meet with that teacher before the school year starts and kind of build a little relationship there before going into the classroom.
We wanted to make sure that we were at a point in the investigation, and we did our best to make sure that we wrapped up as much of the investigation as we could prior to the start of the school year so that she wouldn't be in the classroom teaching kids.
Prosecutor Fornshell says the LSD was purchased by an estimated 20 to 30 Springboro High School students. While her teenage son is accused of providing the LSD, Panzeca, a teacher, is accused of allowing it to happen.
Being aware of not just trafficking activity going on in her home, but also being aware that you have juvenile students coming over and actually using LSD in her home.
She has been living with her parents and her...
And Cammie, during her arraignment today, Amy Panzeca pleaded not guilty to those charges. She was released on her own recognizance. Her son was being held at the Warren County Juvenile Detention Center, also on drug charges. Prosecutor Fornshell says more charges are expected. Live in Springboro, Larry Davis, Local 12 News. Cammie, back to you.
All right, Larry, thank you. Springboro school officials say they are communicating with parents and students about the charges filed against that longtime teacher.